success, because I think conversation, and by that I mean the whole way that you come across when you speak in a social situation, is so important. Because the other thing to bear in mind is that even if you've got the value, you're not necessarily leading with that value. Like you're not necessarily going to rock up and be like, "Hey, girl, you know, look at my watch, or I've got this car," and all of that, because you're going to look try hard. So it's like you. So how do you then imply value? And I've got a story actually. When I was met up with Tristan Tate a little while back, and we were in London in a cigar lounge that he likes to go to, and I saw him chatting to the waitress there, very attractive Polish lady, and he ends up getting her number at the end of it, and I believe they stayed in touch. And you know, I'm not sure when they met up, but you know, like it went from there. Now, he didn't at any point. He didn't say, "Oh, by the way, did you know I'm Tristan Tate?" Have a look at the, you know, get his phone out, like, "Oh, have a look at this, have a look at these followers." You know, so how did he get the phone number? Well, obviously it's a combination of things. He looks very good, of course. You know, he's in great shape. He's well dressed. He's a good looking guy, but also just the manner in which he presents himself, right? You know, he's got that charisma. He's got that magnetism. That was all the girl had to go on. She could have surmised, okay, this guy looks pretty, like he's kind of affluent. They could have been a little bit of that in there, but for the most part, it's just the way that you're presenting yourself. Now, if he'd have done the same thing, but he'd have come across in a really like dorky way, it just wouldn't have.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah. So I suppose that there's two things here really, because obviously then you could then argue, well, okay, but if he didn't have the value to back it up, would he be able to keep that girl? And that is a fair point, and that's a sort of a secondary issue. But in terms of actually the first meeting and like attracting a woman, it really is the manner in which you present yourself.